Hi friends, it's July 1st, a Tuesday, July 1st, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here, with the intention to work on our assignment for the day. In asking what our intention was, the guide said, "Well, what's your assignment?" They never answer anything, they simply ask me leading questions. The assignment is to be ready every day for 30 days. They said, "That's right, and are you ready?" "Well, our pillar is not ready." And they said, "That's right." So our assignment today is to continue the work of getting our pillar ready. For us, for the biosphere, for the galaxy, for the universe. So be it. Now we begin. The implication is one of angelic protection. Since we're not quite there, they're laughing when they say not quite there, because apparently we're a really long way from there, you know? And how to offer this in service for all who are ready to give up arguing, ready to put our channels up. It's all of us who are ready to give up arguing, take action, and fulfill our destiny. To step it up and do it. Not arguing, not whining, not making excuses. Just do it. Just doing it for all of us right now. To give up justifying our own actions and just do what's necessary. Do what the situation calls for. Stretching vertically. And now with the intention to just be the right size of diameter for the vertical reach that we currently have right now. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And it will pop to the right size. And now for the right size, offering this as a vessel to higher dimension beings. The angelic protection for all beings who are stepping up to help the greater good with courageous, selfless actions. Now is the time, right?
Right.
Now is the time. For all beings who have willingness, yes?
Yes.
For all beings who have the courage that's required, yes?
Yes.
For all beings that have the integrity that's required to acknowledge our own mistakes, correct them right away. Right away, as soon as we notice, oops, even if it's 20 years later, that we notice it, that's the moment we notice it, we can correct it right then. And if we do correct it right then the next best opportunity is this moment, right here, right now. There's always this moment. Choice in every moment. Life begins again. The best time to correct an error is the first time we realize it's an error. And the second best time is right now. It looks like in these medieval churches or I don't know, these maybe Renaissance churches in Europe where there are these friezes, F-R-I-E-Z, friezes, you know, the sculptures on the walls with like saints or something, and they're standing but they're in rows. So it looks like the interior of this pillar is just rows and rows and rows of, maybe it's saints. Maybe it isn't higher dimension beings. Maybe this is the definition of a saint, right? Someone who's taking courageous, selfless actions on behalf of the greater good. Wow. Just going up through the pillar, screening away all of our moments of arrogance when we think we know better than our guides do. When they say don't do something or do something and we substitute our own judgment, which is just craziness. We all do it. Me too. Me too. Screening away those moments, sending it up to source, hitting the bullseye, dropping back down for another screen. This time we'll come through and clear away the lack of trust, clear away the doubt, lack of trust in the plan, lack of trust in the guides, clearing away the doubt. This is a big one for me. Let's lock this in place. Whoa! Take the screen up, clearing this pillar of saints. The rhythm of the saints. Oh, I see what they're talking about. They're talking about tuning the frequency. They said the rhythm of the saints. What does that mean? Rhythm. Well, frequency, right? So we have the willingness. Well, we have screened, done what we can. We have, incorrect. We've done something. We've taken an action. We have courage. We've addressed courage. We've addressed integrity. We've addressed humility. We've addressed trust, selflessness now. Root causes, heal the root causes of selfishness and whatever it represents in such a way, as to allow us all to fulfill our destiny and take courageous, selfless actions on behalf of the greater good. Healing mini-me thinking. So doing this not only for this current, they said, and what are you missing? Well, I'm clearly focusing right now on only the present moment, and how incredibly selfish that is. We only have the present moment of the galaxy, and the biosphere, of course, the biosphere, the galaxy, and however big of the universe we can clear while keeping our ratio right, knowing that we have limitations. But we weren't running it through time. What a selfish pig. Let's include all the times. All times. For us as the universe. Me too, me too, me too, me too. For all of these saints. And now what's happening, I'm watching. Are you able to, do you see those saint statues? But they're coming to life. They're Harry Potter statues. They're moving. And they're starting to get off coming off the walls, and they're starting to do things. They're doing things. Looks like helping people. Helping people, of course, is a very loosely used term. Helping all sentient beings, which is all life. And since everything is alive, it means helping everything. Helping the greater good. Helping something that is other than us. It doesn't matter what we help. It doesn't matter how we get started. Start somewhere. Start where we are. Use what we have. Do what we can. So we start somewhere in the process of volunteerism. Right? These are important beings. We're being shown this for a reason, obviously. So let's pay close attention and be properly respectful. This is about evaluating their level of resolve to do whatever it takes. Do you have any doubt that these beings are going to do whatever it takes to make the awakening happen?
No.
When is can't see if you can find any wiggle room for the time of the awakening? I can see how it could have easily happened 2,000 years ago. For that matter, it could have happened 6,000 years ago. Like, there are all these points in time that come before this point that seem to be option points, right?
Right.
You see lots of points in time. Like, there's one big one in the 1930s, right?
Right.
And there's, like, pushing forward, there's several, boom, 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 this last 20 years, 10 years, maybe last 10 years, boom, 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 awakening points. So far, none of them work, right?
Right.
Now, is there any potential to push the awakening point later?
No.
Not that I can find either. I try to push it, just like with a suggestion of not trying to be disrespectful. And it doesn't budge. They're just resolved to do it. They're pulling up, it looks like a rubber stopper, like a bath tub, or a laundry sink to stop, or an old-fashioned tub stopper. I guess they're starting to drain the water, right?
Right.
And all time is now. We know we will continue to make mistakes. Mistakes will happen as soon as we hang up the line, right? Sorry, and we hang up the line every time we think we know better, right?
Right.
Or we think we don't need to ask. That's another way of saying it, because people will say, well, I don't think I know better. And they say, well, did you even ask? And they say, no. Well then. Well then. We did think we knew better, right?
Right.
Right. We didn't even ask. That's how arrogant we are. So we've all done this, me too, who of us?
Me too.
Yeah. We forget to ask, what am I supposed to do? What's called for right now? What's required? What does the situation call for? What's needed right now, this moment? We sometimes ask a question, but we phrase it wrong. And then when we ask the wrong question, we get the wrong answer, right?
Right.
So what does this situation call for is a wonderful way to phrase a question that helps us take actions on behalf of the greater good, right?
Right.
What does this situation call for? What is needed in this moment? And then to be willing to do it. To be willing to do whatever the situation calls for. To take selfless, courageous actions on behalf of the greater good. And this, of course, is a way of accumulating grace. But more importantly, it's a way of being of service to Spirit, of accomplishing that which truly needs to be accomplished, tuning to perfect pitch. It's the frequency of the soul. Pitch is the frequency of the soul for all of us in body minds, tuning to the pitch that matches the soul energy that these body minds are destined to house, making it easier for the higher soul energy to come into the body, right? Wisdom of the future, wisdom of the future, wisdom of the... This is the rhythm of the saints, right here, coming from the future. That makes sense. That makes sense, right? The thing that wakes people up and gets them into action hasn't happened yet, right?
Right.
So we don't really have any saints really to speak of, right?
Right.
What we have is like before they're hatched, whatever that's called, embryonic saints, right? They aren't hatched.
Right.
They could hatch. Now, how do chicks get out of the eggs?
They peck their way out.
They have to peck their way out. Does anybody come along and open the eggshell for them?
No.
No. Chicks have to peck their way out of the shell, don't they?
Yes.
And so all these saints that are inside their shell, and they're saying, something's blocking me. Peck your way out. Take selfless, courageous actions on behalf of the greater good. That's your job. That's your job. Get out of your shell and start helping people. You can do it. It's a choice. And now they say, what does champagne represent? Something really good.
Celebration.
It celebrates changes. It celebrates weddings and births and launches of ships, etc., right?
Right.
It celebrates beginnings. Champagne is a way of celebrating a new beginning, right?
Right.
So here's a toast. A champagne toast to a new beginning. Now, when a ship is launched, how do they do it?
They christen it by breaking the bottle.
They break the bottle. I can see the metaphor for what's getting ready to happen. Can you?
Yes.
Break the bottle. A champagne toast